And who are those audiences we're trying to connect to? And are we thinking about this in a planned way? The audiences, we have the internal army. I talked about it. We've got 5 audiences. And this is Frost speaking, 5 audiences. The internal army. If you're in the army, you might say, sir, we don't talk to ourselves very well at all. Okay, well, I will tell you that on a level of suck, that we suck less at talking to ourselves than we do these other audiences in America. So, internal army, we do that. The second audience is the National Capital Region. You have legislators, executive branch, think tanks, influencers in the NCR that assist us with policy. They're the ones that help to get us the resources, so they are an important audience. And then you have 3 audiences. The last 3, I would argue, we do not do an effective job of communicating with, delivering strategic messages, using the organizations and the platforms we have in the Army, and bringing them together through unity of action to get after those 3 audiences: the average American adult that has no connective tissue to the United States Army, that 17 to 24-year-old. We do a decent job there, but we can do better. And it's getting harder to get after that young recruit. We had, arguably, although I think it is such, an easier time recruiting against an end strength of 570,000 than we do today against 490,000. We made our recruiting goals, the active Army, 59,000 last year. But it is getting tougher. The economy is getting better. There's more competition. We're fading away from the mines. You know, we're no longer at war. Why should I serve? There are a lot of reasons why it is getting tougher. So that is an important audience we must get after. And then lastly, I would say, is the local community and business influencers that live in America. They're out there, whether it's in the heartland or the cities. They're the ones that talk to, that we can educate and inform of what's happening so that they can talk to their representatives in Congress. You know, we're just informing them of what's happening with their Army. And they're out there. They want to know what's happening with their Army, and they don't understand it, and they want to support us. And I talked about the reasons why. So how do we deliver a strategic messenger? And this is the Meet Your Army initiative that we're trying to get after. The Chief of Staff of the Army, General Milley, has charged me with writing a strategic communications campaign plan, as has the Secretary, Acting Secretary of the Army. The Secretary of the Army's #1 priority for him, as we look across the 3 priorities we have 3 priorities in the Army. It's people, it's readiness, and it's the future force. And as you look at that, General Milley, the Chief, is really taking that readiness piece on. Secretary Fanning, people is his #1 priority of those 3 that he is going to push. Within that is this Meet Your Army initiative to be able to tell the Army story and connect back into America and tell the story where we are not, to those 3 audiences, especially on the upper left.